Alright, this time we got a Crazed Alchemist. That's definitely good for us. Do we keep... I think we keep Innovate Wild Teacher. That gives us possibilities. Last game we got a terrible starting hand. But we still almost managed to stabilize. Well, we had stabilized, we just didn't have any threats on board. And, he probably won't trade, right? Because it's a poor trade for him. But hopefully we can use that to our advantage.
These eggs are more precious than you know.
Swipe might be good. Especially if that stays at a 1, but it doesn't. Corruption's us. I guess we have to stop that guy. Not having coin is actually pretty harmful. Part of me wants to just set up for like a nice swipe. I mean, this is gonna pop. Something has to hit it.
Don't rush me.
Still yet to see big game hunters. Or innovates that really work well. Interesting. This could go well with Savage Roar. Bloodlust, of course, does a huge amount of damage to us. I think we gotta get the Violet Teacher out.
Class.
I'm ready to learn. I'm ready to learn.
You'll pay for this.
Gotta get ahead on board. He has Bloodlust, we're dead. Okay. Still pretty tough for us to deal with. Force of Nature will help there. Good. Let's see. We'll get the 3 things. Getting a bunch of 1/1s seems pretty powerful, actually. Killing this seems good. Stopping this from popping. We still get hurt very much by Bloodlust. Damn it. Is this hero power automatic? Oh, it costs 0 mana though. So that's the thing, I thought he didn't have Bloodlust because he didn't play it last turn, and he surely would have. Anyway, we're not dead yet.
Pay attention, class.
Let's get even more tokens.
I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn.
Oh, that's a lot of tokens. Interesting. Could be pretty good.
Begins.
Do as you say. I shall do as you say.
Doesn't matter which one we hit. He only has 1 Bloodlust, right? Surely.
I wield the power.
Oh man.
Blackrock.
That sucks. Oh, we're going face. Wow. Okay. Oh my god, we need to make room for this to be optimal. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
5, 6. One, two, yeah, this is right.
I am ready to learn. I am ready to learn. I shall do as you say. I shall do as you say.
Instruction begins. Instruction begins.
For the wild.
Okay, we're trying. We don't really have heal is the problem. Savage Roar can do a ton of damage very quickly though. If you have the second Bloodlust, that's obviously a problem. Okay, we can still get in some favorable trades here, I think.
I shall do as you say.
Don't be Doomsayer. Oh god. Okay.
Instruction begins.
Where shall I strike? For the wilds.
I shall do
Okay, so we finally cleared his exile. I forgot to put in weapon removal for this alleged weapon he has that we've never seen. Okay, we can kill that. He draws more cards. Well, we've got control of the board now. Is there anything we're going to need to silence? I don't think so.
I must safeguard
Let's
the
just go for it.
For the wilds.
I shall do as you say.
Instruction begins.
Still have a Savage Roar hiding somewhere. It's our equivalent of the Bloodlust. More Volcanic Drakes. I guess we're gonna trade this guy in because he's gonna make it not worth much. Although keeping a taunt still seems pretty valuable. This, I think we gotta keep the taunt, but keeping the 4/6 is too valuable. I don't think we take it
I
to
shall
face.
do as you say.
I think we trade these in.
For the wilds. Feel nature's wrath.
Instruction begins.
Keep pushing. Pity this innovate's kinda useless now. Does he have any more tricks up his sleeve?
Back to work.
Take it out. Now what?
My thanks to you. I will scramble you.
I don't really know what that means. We can't kill that cleanly, unfortunately. We can get a bunch of favorable trades on these.
Feel nature's wrath. For the wild.
So he's doing one card at a time now. Damn it. We're both our big game hunters in the bottom. Same as last game. We cannot for the life of us. I think we may as well get the extra card. The extra
I am ready
minion
to
rather.
learn.
Gonna die anyway. We can't let this live. I understand our big game hunters are always at the bottom. We can barely keep up with these now even. 3-2, which is more valuable? That's 3 attack power versus an extra 2, so I think we summon the Panther, even though it doesn't quite look right.
I shall do as you say.
Just kill one. Better against Bloodlust. We have Ancient of Wars in this deck too, don't we? Did we put them? Okay, that's pretty good.
Where shall I strike? For the wild.
And keeping our creatures alive is good. It's proving a slog when it really shouldn't be. If we could just get our big game hunters, it would help a lot. Savage Roar would be pretty amazing. God damn it. I think we want to do this for extra damage now. Or like extra attack power out. It's gonna take 4, 7, 8.
I shall
For the wild.
Such bullshit. Both big game hunters in the bottom third of our deck and know what we really need right now. We're gonna have to sack all our cards because we don't have it.
You love my new recipe. Shall do as you say.
With these, it's gonna be hard to keep on top of his eggs. But we still have more cards at least. Oh. Great, Thaurissan on the board, we cannot even get any value from. At least it's a 5/5 body. We save that for a dragon. I don't see us getting a lot more value from it.
Do as you say.
I don't think he runs Molten Giants, right? Least value Thaurissan ever.
I wield the power of Blackrock.
I guess we have to do the poor trade. There's our big game hunter. Does he have any more Draconid Crushes? I don't think so, and we do have another big game hunter coming, so I think we just play it. We have a lot of armor. We could arguably just take this out and keep our 5/5 alive. I think we do it.
Don't. I shall do as you say.
Big game hunters both in the bottom 7 of our deck. For the second, well, the first game we don't know how deep they were, but
Ready for action.
damn it.
Gotcha. For the wilds. To arms!
As things are, we do have another Savage Roar. He's gonna have to charge into that. Leaves us at 5 health. I think we don't use the Poison Seeds just yet. He's out of cards. Surely he can't have anything that crushes us. Oh, that's pretty good against that. He already had a trade. I didn't even get rid of that. That was a poor move on his part.
I've got the beast in my sight. For the wilds.
I think this gets us low, but I think it has to be the right play. He can't do anything now, but except put out eggs. I think we go face, right? He's gonna take 2. Yeah. Oh, we have lethal. Fine, wait, Jesus.
Gotcha.
This game was an unnecessary slog because of drawing out big game hunters very late.
I must safeguard the land.
But we get the win. We get the win. Let's take a look at the deck. So the idea behind the deck is along the usual lines of token Druid, which is you want to get a lot of kind of tokens out so that you can have a fair amount of attack power on board to be chipping away at his eggs, and slowly, eventually clearing his board so you can deal with one threat at a time. He doesn't really have AoE or big threats, except for the Draconic Crushers or eggs that pop. Have two big game hunters in there to deal with it, which should be plenty, but if you draw both of them right at the end of your deck, you might have to be very inefficient in trading into 9/9s earlier on, unfortunately. Innervates to be able to play nice sticky minions like Piloted Shredders out quicker. Zombie Chows to give you early game board presence. Power of the Wild to either buff your creatures, works obviously really well with Violet Teacher. Wrath for removal as usual. He does have a lot of 2 health things like Fairy Dragons, 3 health with the Twilight Wealth, etc. Blood Mage to get off a really good swipe potentially and cycles itself anyway. Crazed Alchemist to instantly destroy an egg, which is really valuable. Horned Creeper for tokens. 2 Savage Roars. Even if you don't get to combo it with Force of Nature, it can just be really good for like clearing a heavy board of his, because you do want to guard against him having Bloodlust. Often you just lose if he has Bloodlust. We managed to come back in this game, but it took a lot of work. We would have been in a much better position if he didn't have that early on. Big Game Hunters for eggs that pop, or Draconic Crushers later in the game if you're low on health. 1 Poison Seeds to deal for kind of if you're in desperate shape and need to kind of wipe out his board. Swipes for AoE. Keeper of the Grove can silence eggs or just kill a Fairy Dragon or something. Piloted Shredders are nice and sticky. Sky Golems would probably be good in here. Violet Teacher to generate more tokens. Druid of the Claw, nice and durable taunt. Force of Nature can act as removal or to combo with one of your 2 Savage Roars. And Emperor Thaurissan can make kind of big hands of things cost really cheap. Drawing him really late in the game when you're already in top deck mode is obviously poor. We didn't get a great curve this game, but we did get an early Crazed Alchemist, which helped. But anyway, it turned into a slugfest. Things you can consider obviously are Ancient of Lore to reload on cards, and Piloted Sky Golems would be pretty good at kind of dealing damage and being durable. And that's the deck. On to the next challenge. See you later.